Hi, this is Monty, and this is a speed up run of the fishery with a tour at the very end. So enjoy the craziness, I guess, of it, and I will talk to you soon.
There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think it's all angels just walk by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. I see you dancing, you went out far. Now maybe I just wanna hold ya. I'm liking how you move, girl. I'm stepping into your world. I wanna feel your body. We so down from this party. You whispered that you're lonely. I told you, baby, I can be your one and only. Now what are you thinking? My mind is sinking. What do you want to do? 'Cause I wanna freak with you. Baby, only if you really want to. Make up your mind so I can get behind of you, baby girl. Let's seal it, girl. I want to feel it now. Drop that thing tonight, baby. Won't you drop that thing? Drop that thing tonight, baby. Won't you drop that thing? Drop that thing tonight, baby. Won't you drop that thing? Drop that thing tonight, baby. Won't you drop that thing? One try, girl, keep going, don't stop. Why so for me? Going like you're dancing at a recital, or sing my song like you want American Idol. You find out, heard you might be kinda psycho. Turn me up, put one hand on the Bible. It's cool though, we out, girl, so let's go. But you wanna dance on this pole. Now what are you thinking? My mind is sinking. What do you want to say? 'Cause I wanna freak all day. Baby, tell me when you're ready to play. Make up your mind so I can get behind of you, baby girl. Let's seal it, girl. I want to feel it now. Drop that thing tonight, baby. Won't you drop that thing? Drop that thing tonight, baby. Won't you drop that thing? Drop that thing tonight, baby. Won't you drop that thing? Drop that thing tonight.
Hey, this is Monty, and I am here to update you on the fisherman's little house. So, a couple things. I'm not sure if I'm getting kind of burnt out, or if it's just the harvesting of the wood. But I was really tired of it by the time I got done with this. And I actually, at some point, made the decision to use bamboo
because it was easier to harvest, a lot less tedious. They're going to hopefully listen to players' feedback on this. I know a lot of people have complained about this, that harvesting the lumber is just, it's tedious. There's too many things that drop. Um, I I hope that they change it, and my recommendation would be to have resin only drop if you are actually extracting it, like the rubber. When you, well, when you cut down rubber trees, you get rubber too, but now, but that way you're not getting all this resin. Like I have no use for resin, and it's like almost every storage container I have has like 100 resin on it. It's just silly. Um, and not have it drop the sticks and all the crap, right? Just logs and bark, maybe. So there's that, and I'm not sure. Maybe just been playing too much, or maybe I've been, because I've started doing these videos, I've putting more pressure on myself. I don't know. I just know that I was tired of working on this building by the time it was over with, and mistakes were made as usual. Um, one thing, if you haven't started building with this game yet, this will be helpful. If not, you probably already know this, but a lot of the pieces have a different shade on one side versus the other. And these bamboo blocks, there's one that I didn't catch right there in the corner. These bamboo blocks have four. So, and they're not really, like blatantly obvious when you're putting them down, or at least it isn't on my screen. So I had a terrible time, you know, contending with that. And then, like in this case, I probably won't fix this because as you go around the corner, it's kind of hard to, because you faced it one way, and then when you come around the corner of the building, it's, it only has three other sides, and it may not match that side or whatever. So it was kind of a pain. I thought it was a lot easier to harvest, but it was more of a pain to put up because with the beams, I just slap it down there. So there's that. And I'm not harvesting pigment right now to paint it. I'm thinking a lighter teal color, maybe, but we'll have to see. Um, or maybe just a brown that matches the dock. I'm not sure. Um, but it's going to be green for a while. I'm not messing with it, and I'm actually probably not going to put in the insides yet. But oh, I haven't actually given you a tour yet. So this area is set up so that the fishermen can sell their fish, their wares or whatever. So it has like a little hut. There's a cabinet in there, drying fish, and a cooking stove. And because the cooking stove and cabinet are in there, I probably won't do a kitchenette area in the main house. I tried to do a fish drying rack like the one I saw. Mine wasn't as good, so that may be coming down, or I may tinker with that some more. But it was really difficult to get those to line up properly. Um, this is just I thought it was going to be fairly small house, but it is a pretty good size house compared to like their area over the shop. It's a lot smaller than this. So I might still put like a little kitchen area, like a cabinet here that has food, but then they actually take it in here to cook. I don't know. I'll have to see. But I wanted it to be a kind of a, what do you call it, a studio type thing. There isn't a separate bedroom or anything like that. There'll be a bed and stuff, but it's not, you know. So anyway, there's that. Oh, and I actually tried to put this down. I'll show it. But it was just so huge. It was like, wow. I hope this is another one of those feedback things. It would be nice if the statues came in like different sizes, because I just think that's just too big. I wanted it to be kind of like a shop thing, but this feels like, I don't know, this feels kind of like it's so big that maybe I'm like Disney World or something, you know, like how they all put big old things at the top of the buildings, and not exactly what I was going for. Um, so you know, I don't know, maybe they'll add different sizes. I actually would like to do my own sculpting too, like to take blocks and create things, but I would have to practice it inside the little bubble barrier thing because I would just get completely frustrated with, especially if it was stone and I was cutting everything down. So anyway, this is the dock area or the fisherman's area, and I'm gonna put like a bucket and a little chair out here for them to fish off on the little pier or whatever. And I left this open because I'm gonna put one of those round log things to imply that sometimes the boat is brought up, you know, directly here. So I'll have to fix that up. So I'm not used to building like this, like we've talked about. Um, I have built docks in like Banished before. I think that's the only game that I've ever built docks in. But I'm not real comfortable with it. But I think at some point the dock has to meet the land. I mean, I get does this. Ugh, I guess it doesn't have to. Like, I mean, this might be sufficient, but it seems like if you were building near the water, that you would build like really close to the water. So, but I'm not doing any more woodwork for a while. So, I'm thinking of building us, you know, like I'm not even sure what it would be called, a pathway. So a pathway this way out of stone that leads up to the blacksmith and all these other little places, but have it be like a stone dock that the wood docks meet. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look at pictures for reference to kind of get an idea of what a normal, you know, village setting on a dock, you know, waterway or whatever would look like. Because you know, I live in a what do you call it, where I'm landlocked. Like I've only visited water in California, and it was just, you know, I wasn't paying attention to this kind of stuff. So anyway, so the next time I update, I probably will not have a lot done on this. I don't know. I just need to move away from it. I'm not as excited about it. I think that may be stopping me. I'll think of some ideas to decorate it better because right now I don't know. It doesn't feel as it's just not there yet. Um, but I'm gonna start working on landscaping and starting the blacksmith. And once I have some progress made on that, other than just, you know, clearing out trees and stuff, once I have some progress on that, I will slice it into this video. So talk to you soon.